Welcome to the Mountain Gardener with Ken Lane. Gardening in the mountains is different. Listen to Ken's tips, tricks, and garden shortcuts guaranteed to make your gardens more beautiful than ever this year. Now for better advice that works locally, welcome your host, Ken Lane.
So there are three main growing seasons if you're into growing your own foods, vegetables, herbs, that kind of thing. So we are done with the summer vegetables, tomatoes, eggplants, cucumbers. They're not going to produce anymore unless you've got a greenhouse, and that's just cheating. We're growing outdoors in the landscape. That's the summer planting season. That's the main one that everyone knows. Everyone's growing a tomato, the number one plant grown in America, tomato. So they're frosting. They don't like cold. They're out of here. But there's a whole nother series. The cool season, those are the summer plants or tropical plants. Then there's the cool season or the North Country type of plants. And Arizona's famous for our growing spinach, lettuce, broccoli, cauliflower, arugula, Swiss chard. There's a lot of them. Cauliflower. They actually grow. They need the cold. They need cold nights and bright days. That's what we have for them. And so they'll continue, growing with vigor. So there's three seasons. Really, March starts the growing season with the early spring season stuff. That's a cool season plants, just what I just mentioned. Lettuce, broccoli, cauliflower, spinach, all those things. If it grows a leaf, that is going to be, you're harvesting the flower, let's say broccoli or cauliflower. Those are cool season plants. If you're harvesting the fruit off of the plant, that's tomatoes and pumpkins and squash and eggplants and cucumbers. Those are summer plants. They don't take frost. So they need to be past the frost season or past the last frost. For us, it's usually the first part of May here in Prescott, Arizona. For you, it might be April 20th. It could be May 15th. It just depends on your elevation. Really, it comes down to whether it's east, south, north, west facing. The sun in the early mornings makes more of a difference. But those are the differences. So early spring, March and April, you're planting cool season things. And if you get tricked, March is beautiful here. First part of April is glorious. But we're not done with frost. So if you get tempted to plant early, let's say first part of April, your tomatoes, highly likely they're going to be frost burned, frost tinged, killed. But if you wait till May, you're good. And then you're growing those things like crazy, the beans and stuff, they're growing in the summer. And then by about Halloween, it's pretty much over. I don't care what elevation you're at. It's over. Unless Phoenix, Tucson, that's desert gardening. It's totally different. Up here in God's country, there it's pretty much done by Halloween. Then we start the cool season plants all over again. So you can easily harvest broccoli for Christmas dinner, very easily. For lettuce, fresh spinach for Thanksgiving. You can have that. You plant it now and you're good. Same with your herbs. Many of the herbs, I would say most of the herbs, except for maybe basil. What else? Cilantro are kind of frost sensitive. But all your others, the sage, you want fresh sage for your turkey dinner. Oh my goodness, it just melts in your mouth. Oregano, thyme. These are all things. Mint. These are all things that the flavor comes out even better. They have more oils in the herbs when it's cooler. When it's hot and it's July and August and it's 92 degrees out, yeah, the plants are growing, they're doing good, but they aren't as flavorful because they're perspiring so quickly that the oils inside the herbs get kind of muted. And so now all that flavor just comes bursting out of the foliage, out of the stems, out of that plant. And so it's a good time to plant your winter vegetables or fall cool season vegetables and herbs. We got a whole selection of this. You're going deep. If you're just growing tomatoes, probably no interest. You're kind of tired going, I can't pick anymore. I'm done. I'm going to take that cruise to the Panama Canal. I'm out of here. But if you're a true gardener, frequently you're having all three seasons. I just love fresh kale. I mean, we juice and use fresh kale right through winter. Plant it now. Kale, you'll be harvesting that arugula right through winter. You'll be there's certain plants that you'll just be harvesting. So it's you can plant those now. That seems unbelievable for you folks from the tropical areas, the Californias, the Phoenix, and that kind of stuff. But for others that are used to this, the Alaskas and the upper Midwest, you're going, yeah, I get it. I totally that's what we used to do too. But I can't believe they keep going through winter. They do. They keep going. So as those as the squash fades, as the cucumbers, you pull them out. They're not going to produce anymore anyway. Freshen up the soil, plug some winter vegetables in, and you can keep this thing going. And it's kind of fun because I mean, Swiss chard, it's a beautiful plant. Many times I'll introduce that into my flower garden, my container gardens, because they're just a beautiful plant. Those stems of yellow and red coming through the flowers of pansies, violas, snapdragons. It's just beautiful. And I can go through and so I can harvest that later too. Again, we're big into health juicing, that kind of stuff. And so there's nothing better for your antioxidants coming out of fresh your greens. That is one of the healthiest things you can do. Anti-aging, all this kind of stuff. And they're so easy to do. And typically you pull out that tomato, it's taken up the whole garden. My goodness, how big can they get? You pull one of these things out and like the whole garden space comes alive. You go, wow, I can't believe this. I'd say the same thing. You could plant, if you free up some space, carrots, radishes, those beets. They love the cool. A little story that my grandkids, I'm noticed garden guy, and then I've got garden guy juniors. We got a couple of us. We love going out and just gardening. And so they came over last holidays. They're going, so go, Papa, let's go pick some things. I'm going, guys, it's like it's winter. I don't have anything right now. And so, but let's go look. Went out there and where some beets were going, they're not going to have fun with pulling out some foliage. It's no good. So I went digging around, and sure enough, we found some potatoes in the ground still. I thought I'd harvested, thought I got them all, but there's still some there. And they were wowed. And beets, found some beets. So the root crops. This is December. It was cold. They found some beets. And they're going, wow, this is so cool. You are the man. I can't believe it. I'm going, that's just what I want. I want to share gardening with the next generation or two or three and inspire them to be outdoors, to eat fresh. It's not everything is just about fast food, but you can actually go pick things and use it and try figuring things out how to use it. Now we get this beet. What do we do with it? Well, guys, let's go figure that out. This will be fun. So that, and I tend to, I go through and I hide things out in the yard. I want to encourage them to be outdoors. And so I hide arrowheads and foreign coins and big keeper marbles and just magical things when you look at it and you go, oh, that is so neat. And then they'll spend hours out there flipping over in fact, it's to the point they've disheveled every rock. I'm going, guys, it's okay to be an archaeologist. Go looking for stuff. I love it. But when you lift up a rock, put it back where you got it from. Don't just tear up the dry wash and I got to go relay the thing. So be kind. I got to work afterwards to clean things up. If you want me to go hide more, my oldest grandson, he's 12. He goes, Pop, I think I got your number. I go, what's that, Chris? He goes, well, I think you're just hiding all that stuff out in the yard. It's not really arrowheads out there. I think you're actually burying them. Going, well, that may be, that may not be. I don't know. But if I am hiding those or putting those underneath rocks, I don't have to do it anymore. He goes, oh no, keep doing it. It's really good. It's fun. You keep going. But I think I got your number. I'm going, well, you may or may not. We'll find out. You'll probably be 20 before I actually tell you anything. It'll be over a glass of mezcal or something. Oh wait, 21 before I do that. So anyways, they have a ball. We can share gardening, the passion of being outdoors, getting your hands dirty in the soil with the next generation. I think grandparents have a big responsibility that way. They can actually teach them how to garden, teach them traveling, culture, all this kind of stuff. So be right back. Got more in store for you, but got to take a break.
Autumn is the most beautiful time of the year in the mountains, and Waters Garden Center has the brightest trees.
We've collected 700 hardy trees, including maple, aspen, ash, and oak.
Each is ready to plant, so you can enjoy brilliant fall foliage in your yard.
Shop online at top10trees.com or visit us in Prescott.
Trees are brighter at Waters Garden Center in Prescott and online at top10trees.com.
We believe small business can win against impersonal box stores at Waters Garden Center. If you enjoy this show and would like to hear more, please subscribe to The Mountain Gardener wherever you like to listen to podcasts. And if you'd like even more garden tips, tricks, and helpful advice, please check out my website at watersgardencenter.com for classes, videos, and more, or my online garden center at top10plants.com. Throughout the week, Lisa and I can be found here at Waters Garden Center in Prescott.